Spotify, Spotify, Spotify. Keep your eye on Spotify. Hey, listen, you got Cinco Smith at CincoSmith.com and WealthyRapper.com, and this is a Wealthy Rapper segment. And in Wealthy Rapper, what I like to do is just educate and get your mind going and thinking in a different direction other than just being an artist, other than just being a rapper. Because when you think outside of just being a rapper, now you can really monetize the rap game as a whole and not just be a rapper trying to get a record deal. And if you really want to know how to start creating multiple streams of income, even if you never get a record deal, I encourage you to visit WealthyRapper.com. Get the free video, and I think you'll find some value in the content that I deliver. And you can grab it 100% free. And yeah, that's that. Anyway, Spotify. Got a little tongue tied, but listen. Why did I say keep your eye on Spotify? You see, there's a lot of talk going on with Spotify, a lot of things going on, and a lot of people teaching on how to grow your Spotify and get more streams. And that's great. That's amazing. I think everybody should do it. It's some things that I haven't tapped into as it relates to those strategies that I plan to just get the Spotify streams flowing. But I want you to think about things different and pay attention and understand where things are going as it relates to Spotify, since so many people are talking about it, so many people are using the tool and the platform to grow their streams, which in return grow their income. But also look at it from this angle, because the game is changing and hands are starting to turn, meaning that those that were once in control might not be in control in the future in terms of how music is produced, created, just in general. So what am I talking about? Now, I did a previous video where I talked about Spotify, and I really encouraged people to not push or promote Spotify until they've done this or watched this particular video. And I try to link it. You know, I'm techie, but not real techie. So I try to link the video so you can just click it and watch it, or click a link below so you can see that video, or just look at some of my recent videos and you'll see it, or type in, don't push Spotify and it should pop up. But either way, I did a video where I talked about it, why you shouldn't push Spotify. And then I gave you some nuggets, some game that I feel like if you do this, you'll understand why I say keep your eye on Spotify and how to monetize on Spotify for more than just getting more streams. And I'm going to talk about that in this video as well. But what I really want to hit on initially is this. Spotify paid a gentleman by the name of Joe Rogan to have pretty much exclusive rights towards the content that he produces and publishes, meaning that all of the content that he's created and has housed on other platforms such as YouTube, such as the different podcasts and things of that nature, Spotify wants all of those things to be placed on their platform, and they paid them a pretty penny. I think it was over 100. I think it was 100 million, something like that. But they paid him 100 million. Now, what he does is just talk about different topics, and he has a huge audience, gets millions of streams per month, maybe. And it's a lot of money that went into investing in him having exclusive rights on their platform. But they will get a return on their investment due to the audience size that he currently has, and it automatically put them at a higher evaluation in terms of what Spotify is worth. So that's one nugget. So they have a high valuation based on the fact that they invested in Joe Rogan and pay him that amount, which grew their valuation. I'll get on that later. They also did a deal with Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian is known for getting attention and keeping people in her life in the sense of what is she up to. She stays trending. Every so often you can see that she's trending. So she understands how to get attention. Spotify knows that she understands how to get attention. And what do? They invest a nice lump sum into getting her involved in Spotify as well. Because attention is equal to equity. Attention is what pays the bills. The reason why different platforms are worth what they're worth, or they're able to charge people for certain advertising, all is based on the fact that they're able to get attention. That's why TV became so popular. That's why YouTube is what it is today. That's why Spotify is going to be what it is going to be, because they understand the power of attention, your attention. Now, the reason why I say keep your eye on Spotify is because they're doing deals with other people who aren't even artists. Joe Rogan has nothing to do with music. Kim Kardashian really doesn't have anything to do with music. She's not an artist. You know, she's connected to the music industry, but she's not an artist. So why is that important to you as a rapper? Why is that important to you as an artist? Spotify is a platform that was grown by artists, nurtured by artists, especially rappers, pushing it, promoting it, and all of those things. So if you help grow Spotify, you help get Spotify to where it's at, and now they have enough monetary value to be able to make $100 million deals and do deals with someone like a Kim Kardashian, and who knows who's up next. And it's people that's not even artists or rappers. What you have to understand is Spotify is thinking more than just rappers, because they are focused on attention. They're focused on streams. They focus on who can bring people to our platform, whether they're a musician or not. So why is that important to you? You have to think differently. If you want to be able to benefit from the growth of Spotify as more than just a rapper, you might want to consider investing in a platform such as Spotify. They're a publicly traded company. You know, I grabbed a little bit of Spotify and I plan to add more to it as I see the moves that they're making. They're doing some very strategic moves. Not sure exactly where they're going, but wherever they're going, I want to participate in the growth that comes from it and do it from more than just being a rapper. So now when you think about music, you're thinking about music from more than just an angle of you creating content and getting streams. You want to profit off of everybody who is talking about Spotify, everybody who is getting involved with Spotify, everybody who has something to do with the growth and their valuation increasing. And once you do that, now you get excited when Spotify wins and they do certain deals, because if their valuation goes up, their net worth goes up, and your investment is likely to increase with the growth of that platform. And that's just one platform. But Spotify just did a deal with Kim Kardashian, did one with Joe Rogan, and it was a strategic move for them to invest that type of money into those individuals. And understand that individuals and people who can get attention are the ones that people are willing to invest in directly. You don't have to worry about getting a record deal. You don't have to worry about getting some type of nod from a particular individual. You can become the individual, and if you attract the attention, whether it's through your music or through your knowledge or your ideas, then guess what? You can get those type of deals as well. So think about music from a holistic standpoint. Understand the power in Spotify. And if you do nothing else, if you use Spotify, then you might want to grab a piece of Spotify, because as a wealthy rapper, I want you to get in a position of where you're thinking ownership, not just usage. People use all of these platforms, but they own none of it. So if you get in the mindset of ownership, now all ships rise with the tide. So as the tide rises, so does your ship, because you have part ownership in the ship that's rising, as well as the tide that's making it rise. All right, I hope that makes sense, kings and queens. Look, keep your eye on Spotify. They're doing some things, but more importantly, I want you to put some pie into Spotify, their money. Yay! Salute. Cinco Smith signing out. Listen, if you're a wealthy rapper, or if you're a rapper or artist and you want a free video on how to create multiple streams of income, even if you never get a record deal, I strongly encourage you to visit the link below, wealthyrapper.com. Check it out, get your free video. It'll do you some service, and subscribe to this channel. I got a ton of good things that I want to share, and a ton of good perspectives that I feel like isn't being talked about from the angle that I plan to talk about them from, to put more money in your pocket as a rapper, even if you never get a record deal, even if you never get famous, even if nobody ever knows your name. You need to understand money as a whole and how you being a rapper can benefit you in more ways than one. Salute.